and SMANA share it, responding to public concerns on data security. Says they are prejudicial to sovereignty, integrity and defense of the country. Also harm privacy of citizens. In Jammu and Kashmir, security forces eliminate 3 terrorists in an operation in Anantnag. Those killed include one district commander of Lashkar-e-Toiba and Hizbul Mujahideen commander Masood. With this, Doda district in Jammu zone has been declared terrorism-free. In Jammu and Kashmir, separatist leader Saeed Ali Shah Gilani steps down from the Hurriyat Conference's chairmanship. In a video and press statement, Gilani has said that he has decided to distance himself from the party in the wake of the present condition of the Hurriyat Conference. Union Minister for Food Processing Industry Harsimrat Kaur Badal launches Pradhan Mantri scheme for formalization of micro-food processing enterprises as part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan package. The scheme is expected to generate investment of 35,000 crore rupees and employment opportunities for 9 lakh skilled and semi-skilled workers. Heavy rain wreaks havoc in Assam and Bihar. Over 9.25 lakh people affected following deluge in Assam, whereas in Bihar, Mahananda, Kosi and Gandak are in spate in their catchment areas. 70 teams of NDRF have been deployed in flood-affected states for relief and rescue operations. Met departments forecast heavy rain for the next 2 days in the northeast and Bihar. Maharashtra launches country's first plasma therapy trial center. This is the world's largest convalescent plasma therapy trial cum treatment project. The therapy is now coming up as one of the most important methods in the treatment of severe patients in the absence of definite treatment or drugs for the purpose. The recovery rate of corona patients in India continues to show steady improvement. It has reached 58.67%. The country now has 1,047 diagnostic labs dedicated for COVID-19 tests. These include 760 in the government sector and 287 private labs. Well, first up, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing the nation on Tuesday. The PM's office has tweeted about this, that he will be addressing the nation at 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Well, subject to speculation, but it could be related to how the Union Ministry of Home Affairs has issued new guidelines for Unlock 2 to open up more activities in areas outside the containment zones. The new guidelines will come into effect from the 1st of July. The process of phased reopening of activities has been extended further. The new guidelines are based on feedback received from states and union territories and extensive consultations held with related central ministries and departments. As stipulated in Unlock 1 order and the guidelines issued on the 30th of May, certain activities such as religious places and places of worship for public, hotels, restaurants and other hospitality services and shopping malls have already been permitted from the 8th of June 2020 outside the containment zones. Detailed standard operating procedures have also been issued. Salient features of the new guidelines for Unlock 2 are domestic flights and passenger trains have already been allowed in a limited manner. Their operations will be further expanded in a calibrated manner. Night curfew timings are being further relaxed and curfew shall be enforced from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Further relaxations in night curfew have been given for seamless operation of industrial units in multiple shifts, movement of persons and goods on national and state highways. Shops, depending upon their area, can have more than 5 persons at a time. However, they have to maintain adequate physical distance. Training institutions of the central and state governments will be allowed to function with effect from the 15th of July 2020. After extensive consultations with states and UTs, it's been decided that schools, colleges and coaching institutions will remain closed till the 31st of July. International air travel of passengers has been permitted in a limited manner under the Vande Bharat mission. Further opening up will take place in a calibrated manner. Lockdown shall continue to be implemented strictly in containment zones till the 31st of July. Containment zones are required to be carefully demarcated by the states or union territory governments with a view to contain the spread of COVID-19. Within the containment zones, strict perimeter control shall be maintained and only essential activities will be allowed. Activities in the containment zones shall be monitored strictly by the state or union territory authorities, and guidelines relating to containment measures in these zones shall be strictly implemented. There should be no restriction on interstate and intrastate movement of persons and goods. No separate permission, approval or e-permit is required for such movements. States to decide on activities outside containment zones. States and UTs, based on their assessment of the situation, may prohibit certain activities outside containment zones or impose such restrictions as deemed necessary. Vulnerable persons, which is of course persons above 65 years of age, persons with comorbidities, pregnant women and children below the age of 10 years are advised to stay at home except for meeting essential requirements and for health purposes. And all activities except for the following shall be permitted outside containment zones: metro rail, cinema halls, gymnasiums, swimming pools, entertainment parks, theatres, bars, auditoriums, assembly halls and similar places, social or political or sports, entertainment, academic, cultural, religious functions and other large congregations. Dates for opening of these will be decided separately based on the assessment of the situation. Well, Arun Sharma is with us on the phone line, my colleague, to talk to us about the PM's tweet, that is PMO's tweet about the PM addressing the nation at 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Yes, Arun, do you have any details in terms of what can we expect the PM to tell us?
Well, there is a lot to expect when Prime Minister Narendra Modi is addressing the nation, but it is very much tough to speculate at the moment that what exactly will be there in the address to the nation. But yes, just to recall that the first address to the nation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as far as COVID is concerned, or during the COVID times, it was on 19th of March when Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced for a Janta curfew on 22nd of March. His second address to the nation was on 24th of March when he announced a nationwide lockdown. And after a couple of address to the nations were done by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But yes, as the Unlock 2.0 guidelines have been announced by the government, this tweet by the Prime Minister office is coming after that. This gives a sense that his address could be related to the COVID, or primarily to the COVID cases, or how to combat the COVID as of now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, during his Man Ki Baat program as well, also highlighted this point that yes, we are opening up as of now, but we can't say that the COVID has gone from us. COVID still exists amongst us, and yes, the virus is still existing, and therefore there is a need to maintain social distancing, physical distancing, or primarily what he says that do gaj ki duri. So that's what he already said during his Man Ki Baat program as well. So when he addresses to the nation at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, his prime focus is likely to be on the Unlock 2.0 guidelines, where he can come out with some sort of, major highlights as to what should be the Unlock 2.0
right.
like. How should citizens be, primarily, how should the citizens be going forward during Unlock 2.0? Yes, the green shoots of recovery are already there. We know that economy is opening up gradually now. But yes, it's always very much tough to speculate what Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be speaking when it comes to address the nation. But yes, if you try to join the dots, it could very much likely be on the Unlock 2 guidelines, or as far as the COVID.
Arun, as far as the Unlock 2 guidelines are concerned, there is going to be lockdown in a relaxed manner till the 31st of July, but there are indications of certain activities like metro rails or more domestic flights or even international flights that there could be scope for them being opened up in a calibrated manner even before the 31st, isn't there?
That's not. It depends. I mean, as I always say, that virus decides the timeline, the number of virus cases, or how we are doing as far as the combating virus. It all depends upon that. Now, the important highlight is that the government has come out with Unlock 2.0. That means Unlock 2.0 guidelines, and this 2.0 guidelines is an expansion to Unlock 1.0. They're very much a qualitative and quantitative advancement when we talk about the relaxation is concerned. The important highlight is that only essential services will be allowed when we talk about the containment zone. So this is pretty much very much clear that in the containment zones, only and only essential services will be allowed. What everybody was expecting that, well, whether schools, colleges, educational institutions, will that be open? So government clearly says that till 31st of July, we are not opening up with educational institution, colleges, schools, etc. But yes, from 15th of July, government is all set to open the training institute, which are the central, which are under the central government or the state government. So all those training institutions which are under the central government or state governments, that will open from 15th of July. Government will again come out with the separate SOP as far as the training institution is concerned. But over here, government has given a clear indication. So when we in Unlock 1.0, we have seen malls have opened, religious places like temples, everything has opened up. As I said earlier, marketplaces have opened, malls have opened up. So during Unlock 2.0, government has said that during this phase, that is from 1st of July till 31st of July, places like, when we talk during the Unlock 2.0,
Yes.
there are various places like gymnasium, entertainment parks, all this shall remain closed. When we talk about the international air travel, that shall also be, only limited to Vande Bharat mission only. But yes, talking with various stakeholders, government can take decision looking at various cases. That means
Yes, and perhaps a decision for that might be left to state governments and union territory local authorities as well. We'll have to wait and see how things progress. Depends perhaps on the extent to which we get a tab, a control on the spread of COVID-19 as well. Thanks a lot for joining us for the moment, Arun Sharma. Now, the centre has banned 59 mobile apps, citing that they are prejudicial to sovereignty and integrity of India, the defence of India, the security of state and public order. The Ministry of Information Technology, invoking its power under Section 69A of the Information Technology Act, read with the relevant provisions of the Information Technology Procedure and Safeguards for Blocking of Access of Information by Public Rules 2009, and in view of the emergent nature of threats, has decided to block 59 apps. The centre said that in view of information available, these apps are engaged in activities which are prejudicial to sovereignty and integrity of India, defence of India, security of state and public order. The government release has said that there have been raging concerns on aspects relating to data security and safeguarding the privacy of 130 crore Indians. It's been noted recently that such concerns also pose a threat to sovereignty and security of our country. Received many complaints from various sources, including several reports about misuse of some mobile apps for stealing and surreptitiously transmitting users' data in an unauthorized manner to servers which have locations outside India. The compilation of these pieces of data, its mining and profiling by elements hostile to national security and defence of India is a matter of very deep and immediate concern which requires emergency measures. The Indian Cybercrime Coordination Centre, Ministry of Home Affairs, has also sent an exhaustive recommendation for blocking these malicious apps. The Computer Emergency Response Team, which is CERT-IN, has also received many representations from citizens regarding security of data and breach of privacy impacting upon public order issues. There's been a strong chorus in public space to take strict action against apps that harm India's sovereignty as well as the privacy of our citizens. On the basis of these and upon receiving of recent credible inputs that such apps pose threat to the sovereignty and integrity of India, the Government of India has decided to disallow the usage of certain apps used in both mobile and non-mobile internet-enabled devices. Now, despite the tremendous challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic, security forces have been registering success after success against terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. An encounter on Monday led to the killing of 3 terrorists and saw security forces declared Doda district free of terrorism. Now, at the same time, Kashmiri separatists are also having their own set of problems. The day saw Hurriyat Conference lifetime chairman Syed Ali Shah Gilani quitting the group. Here are the details.
The stringent campaign carried out by the security forces against terrorism during the last few years, which has seen elimination of terrorist after terrorist, It has broken the back of terrorism in Kashmir. Monday saw the elimination of 3 terrorists. The Anantnag police, along with 19 Rashtriya Rifles and CRPF, carried out an operation in Khul Chohar, where 2 Lashkar terrorists along with a Hizbul Mujahideen commander, Masood, were killed. Masood has been said to be the last active terrorist in the district. Once known as a terror hub, Pulwama district's Tral also became Hizbul Mujahideen terror-free last week. J&K IGP P. Vijay Kumar has said that this is for the first time after 1989 that Tral has been made free of the HM's presence. HM's poster boy of terrorism, Burhan Wani, was also from Tral. 2020 has seen the elimination of 125 terrorists so far in J&K. 2019 also saw the killing of several terrorists, especially belonging to HM, under Operation All Out. 2014 onwards, the prominent terrorists eliminated by security forces include Adil Khan, Burhan Wani, Sabjar Bhatt, and Zakir Musa. Security experts consider the latest development as a huge success in the war against terrorism.
आशा करते हैं कि एक भी आतंकवादी अभी कश्मीर वादी में नहीं रहेगा। हिजबुल्लाह मुजाहिदीन के जो टेररिस्ट है वो तो तकरीबन ख़त्म किए जा चुके हैं। एलईटी के भी आश करते हैं कि जल्दी ख़त्म हो जाएंगे और कश्मीर वादी पूरे टेररिस्ट से खाली हो जाएगी और ये जो कश्मीर के लोग हैं बड़ी अच्छी ज़िंदगी जी सकेंगे।
Since the beginning of this year, 47 operations have been undertaken by security forces against terrorists in Kashmir. All these operations were based on hard intelligence supplied to the security forces by the locals. With this, we have been able to break the backbone of LET, Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hizbul Mujahideen in Kashmir.
Meanwhile, a huge rift has emerged in the separatist body All-Party Hurriyat Conference. Its chief, Syed Ali Shah Gilani, has announced his decision to quit the Hurriyat. In a letter issued to the media and an audio message, Gilani has announced that he is leaving the group because of certain objectionable activities of members. The BJP launched an all-out attack against the Hurriyat after Gilani's stinging resignation. Its General Secretary Ram Madhav tweeted saying, "This man was singularly responsible for ruining the lives of thousands of Kashmiri youths and families, for pushing the valley into terror and violence. Now resigns from Hurriyat without giving a reason. Does it absolve him of all the past sins?" Clearly, both the terrorists and the separatists are being dealt heavy blows going by recent history. The centre has been working with a two-pronged strategy in J&K. While terrorism is being dealt with a firm hand, developmental work in the region has been accelerated, particularly after the abrogation of Article 370. With Salman Khazi in Srinagar and Neeraj Singh in Delhi, Newsnight Desk, DD India.
Now, the country is battling on against COVID-19 pandemic. Recovery rate has gone up to 58.67%. In the last 24 hours, saw 12,000 people recovering from the disease. State governments are also coming up with tailor-made strategies and measures to combat the virus. The Maharashtra government has announced the extension of the lockdown till the 31st of July, but it has given a free hand to DMs to decide on how stringent do they need it to be. A project was also launched by the state government related to plasma therapy, while Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal announced the creation of a plasma bank in the national capital.
The battle against coronavirus continues in the country. In some good news, the number of people recovering from COVID-19 has surpassed the infected people. The gap between the recoveries and active cases has widened by 1,11,000. Not only this, the recovery rate has steadily increased to 58.67%. More than 12,000 people have defeated the corona in last 24 hours. To speed up testing, 11 new testing labs have been opened in the last 24 hours. With this, the number of government and private testing labs in the country has risen to 1,047. Claiming that the plasma therapy is giving promising results, the Delhi government has decided to create a plasma bank to fight coronavirus. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal urged those who have recovered from the infection to donate plasma to help other patients. He also assured that the state government will arrange conveyance to the plasma bank for those willing to donate. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath directed officers to increase COVID-19 testing facilities in the state and operate available TrueNat machines at full capacity. While addressing an unlock review meeting with senior officials, he said that use of TrueNAT machines should be promoted in private hospitals as well. In view of the prevailing situation of corona infections in Karnataka, the entire focus of the government is on improving health facilities, and the goal is to ensure availability of 2 lakh COVID beds. Accordingly, 3 mega COVID care centers are being set up in the capital city of Bengaluru.
Only 10 patients in each cubicle. So this stadium will house all the asymptomatic patients here who will later be shifted to the hospitals if required, if they need more medical help.
In Odisha, people who were placed under institutional quarantine in the state are given 2,000 rupees on completion of their quarantine term. A person quarantined in Jajpur says that the state government has provided all facilities in the institutional quarantine and credited 2,000 rupees in his account after 10 days. Maharashtra government also decided to extend lockdown till 31st of July. However, under the extended lockdown, the government has empowered the district collectors and municipal commissioners to impose restrictions on essential activities. Maharashtra is the worst affected state from COVID-19 and has reported over 1.64 lakh positive cases so far. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray also inaugurated Project Platina, world's largest convalescent plasma therapy trial cum treatment of severe COVID-19 patients. He said that convalescent plasma therapy is now coming up as one of the most important methods in the treatment of severe COVID-19 patients in the absence of definite treatment or drugs for the same. The trial will be carried out in 17 medical colleges under Medical Education and Drug Department and 4 medical colleges of Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation. With Bureau Inputs, Newsnight Desk, DD India.
Incessant rains triggered by the southwest monsoon continue to lash large parts of the country. Several northeastern states have been bearing the brunt of monsoon floods. The situation is grim in Assam, Sikkim as well as in the eastern Bihar. Many rivers are in spate in these states and lakhs have been affected. Many have been moved to temporary shelters, even as the Met Department has predicted more misery as there seems to be no let-up from rainy days in the future.
Heavy rains have triggered flood situation in many states in India, and the situation is particularly worrisome in Assam, Bihar and Sikkim. Over 9 lakh people are affected by floods in Assam. Nearly 2,000 villages are reeling under the impact. The state has witnessed little respite from the downpour in the past 24 hours, and the Met Department has not predicted any respite further. IMD has predicted heavy rainfall in most parts of the region. The gushing waters have already damaged over 80 embankments. All rivers across Arunachal Pradesh and Upper Assam are in spate. Barpeta district is the worst affected, and 1,35,000 people have been affected due to floods in this district. The death toll in the state has increased to 20. Assam has arranged for 193 relief and rescue centers where 27,000 people have taken shelter. The flood situation has also worsened in Bihar as several rivers including Mahananda, Kosi and Gandak are in spate due to heavy rains in their catchment areas. Several districts of North Bihar and Simanchal have already recorded more than normal rainfall. According to official reports, Mahananda is flowing above the danger level in many areas. River Ganga, Barandi and Kosi are on the rising trend in Katihar and adjoining districts. Met Office has predicted heavy to very heavy rain in North Bihar and other parts of the state during the next 48 hours.
हम लोग अब तक 3 डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल टास्क फोर्स मीटिंग कर चुके हैं। टेंडर सारा प्रक्रिया हम लोगों ने कंप्लीट कर ली है। सामग्रियां जो भी राहत सामग्रियां हैं वो यहाँ पे हम लोगों के पास उपलब्ध रहेंगी। और पिछली बार हम लोगों ने जो नाव की संख्या हम लोगों के पास में जो थी उसमें भी 1.5 गुना हम लोगों ने इजाफा कर लिया है। प्राइवेट नाव चिन्हित की हैं, उनसे इकरारनामा करा रहे हैं। नाविकों का भुगतान हम लोगों ने टाइमली फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ जून में करा दिया है जितना भी पेंडिंग था, और समय रहते हम लोगों के पास में नाव की पर्याप्त व्यवस्था हो जाएगी, ऐसा हम लोग टारगेट कर रहे हैं।
Sikkim is also badly affected due to the heavy downpour. 19 houses and old hostel of a senior secondary school in the state have been damaged in flash floods. Meanwhile, IMD department has predicted heavy downpour in northeastern states and parts of Bihar in the next few days. To deal with the situation, NDRF has deployed over 70 teams in various states for relief and rescue mission.
मानसून ट्रफ की पोजीशन है, ये क्लोज टू फुटहिल्स है और आने वाले 4-5 दिनों में यही पोजीशन रहने वाली है। उसके प्रभाव से हम उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि बिहार और नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स में वाइड स्प्रेड एक्टिविटी में 75% स्टेशन से ज़्यादा रेनफॉल एक्टिविटी रहने की उम्मीद है और उसके साथ हैवी टू वेरी हैवी फॉल बिन 10 से 12 सेंटीमीटर रेनफॉल एक्टिविटी स्पेसिफिकली बिहार में आने वाले 2 दिनों में और नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स में भी ये एक्टिविटी आने वाले 4-5 दिनों में कंटिन्यू रहेगी।
In Assam, 11 out of 20 NDRF teams have been deployed in flood-prone districts for rescue operations, while 9 teams have been kept in reserve. In Bihar, 12 NDRF teams have been deployed in many districts, while 2 teams have been kept on alert. 10 teams have been deployed in West Bengal so far, while 7 are on standby. Bureau reports, DD India. Bureau report.
The Bharatiya Janata Party's virtual connect with workers and the common man has been ongoing through the Jan Samvad rallies. Party leaders on Monday addressed people in Ladakh and Dadra and Nagar Haveli through video conferencing. Party leaders and Senior Minister Dharmendra Pradhan also took on the Congress President on the fuel prices issue.
BJP continues to directly connect with the party workers and common man via virtual rallies as the party marks the completion of first year of Modi 2.0 government at centre. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri addressed the people of Ladakh through a virtual Jan Samvad rally on Monday. He said that the region will achieve economic development and Leh and Ladakh will be turned into smart kshetras or smart areas very soon. He said that he will soon visit Ladakh to take stock of all the efforts being done in this regard.
मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि देश भर में जो हम आज स्पिरिट देख रहे हैं उससे कोविड का चैलेंज और दूसरा चैलेंज वो हम बहुत जरूर मजबूत तरीके से ओवरकम करेंगे और इससे आपके यहाँ की जो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट है वो और भी आगे बढ़ेगी, तेजी से बढ़ेगी.
Another Union Minister, Arjun Ram Meghwal, addressed Jan Samvad rally for Dadra and Nagar Haveli.
लोकसभा के पहले ही सत्र में धारा 370 को धाराशाही कर दिया. इतना बड़ा काम किया जी मोदी जी ने, ये छोटा काम नहीं है. तो कभी हम नारा लगाते थे कि इस देश में 2 विधान 2 प्रधान और 2 निशान नहीं चलेंगे. ये खाली नारा नहीं रहा, हकीकत हो गया. जम्मू कश्मीर की सरकारी बिल्डिंगों से जब जम्मू कश्मीर का झंडा उतर रहा था और जब तिरंगा फहरा रहा था जम्मू कश्मीर की सरकारी बिल्डिंगों में, तब याद आ रहा था कि श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी का ये बलिदान बेकार नहीं गया.
Meanwhile, Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan launched an attack on Congress President Sonia Gandhi on the issue of prices of petroleum products. He added that the revenues so generated are spent on social welfare measures and do not end up in bank accounts of Rajiv Gandhi Foundation.
प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण योजना जैसे 1,70,000 करोड़ रुपए की महत्वाकांक्षी योजना बनाई, गरीबों को अन्न दिया, गरीबों के बैंक खाते में पैसा पहुंचाई. आपकी तो संस्कार डीबीटी दूसरे जगह पे कराना. मोदी जी गरीबों की बैंक अकाउंट में डीबीटी कराते हैं, आपकी दामाद की बैंक अकाउंट में डीबीटी कराते हैं, राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन पे आप डीबीटी कराते हैं.
BJP initiated the Jan Samvad rallies to connect with the people with the help of technology, and Union Home Minister Amit Shah kick-started the process with the Jan Samvad rally in Bihar. With input from Rajesh Raj in New Delhi, News Night Desk, DD India.
And that's all we have for the moment in this edition of the news. The latest continues right here on DD News and DD India. Stay tuned and stay safe.